Hello and welcome, John Weaver here again, and today I want to go over actually the most valuable lesson you can learn in not just life but also in marketing. It has a lot to do with marketing. And it's actually something that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the Golden Rose Theory yesterday. And I'm sorry I actually forgot it. It's super important that you guys need to know this because this separates the rich from the poor. This separates the people who you see succeeding and making lots of money and being wealthy and being happy from the people who aren't. And I'm not trying to hype this up, but this is something I strongly believe in, and it involves my entire past and everyone's entire past up to this point, up to whatever point you're at in either your life or in your business. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is yet, but I'm going to go over a little bit more. This lesson, like I said, it's the golden key to the golden lockbox of your success. It's very yesterday I was talking about in the Golden Rose Theory that you are the final thing because we've given you all these tools, we've given you water for your flowers or to water your seeds, and we've given you the fertilizer for your seeds. So we've given you all these tools, we've given you traffic, we've given you the autoresponder, we've given you the list, we've given you all these tools, but the only thing that we cannot give you is you. Well, this has strongly to do with you. And it's something that I cannot give you, but I can help invigorate into you, which I forgot to yesterday. I'm sorry. Um, like I said though, this is probably the most important lesson you can almost learn with anything. You can use this in any part of life. I'll tell you now that I'm going to explain here in a second once I tell you what it is. The exact story behind marketing mastery and how it has to do highly with this. And it explains my entire background with marketing mastery and how it got to the point it is right now. And I guess I'll tell you now, the lesson is to never give up. No matter what people say, no matter what people do to you, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what walls you face, you break through those walls and you keep going no matter what. This is something I believe in highly because I've done it myself for marketing mastery, which I will explain here in a second. But if I can almost guarantee absolutely, if you keep going, you break through these walls, you go through these hurdles, and you go over them, and you face the challenges that are before you, you will come out getting exactly what you want. Whether you want to be financially free, do you want to go on vacation, do you want to support better for your family, do you want to become financially free, what are you looking for? If you strive after it enough and you don't give up, which I'll explain here exactly what's behind that, if you don't give up, you will find it and you will get it. I also believe that what you look for, you're going to find, whether you're looking for trouble, whether you're looking for a spouse, if you don't have one already, whether you're looking for happiness, whether you're looking for money, you're going to find a way to get there. Something's going to come up that's going to help you get there. Right now, if you're a marketing master, you're obviously looking for a way to make more money online, and we've given you the tools to do so. And the not giving up part is where you come in. This is where the master gardener comes in, like marketing master, marketing mastery, master gardener. This is where the you don't give up part comes in. So I'll explain now the whole background of marketing mastery. Some of you know it. Some of you are here throughout the entire thing, but if you don't know it yet, I'm going to explain it to you so you can kind of relate to me and understand exactly what you need to do in order to become successful and to earn the exact amount of money that you want. So it all begins with, I'll go back, I was throughout my life when I was really young, around the age of 6 to 10 or 11 or 12, and obviously till now, I watched my dad, work his jobs, but also when he'd come home, he'd work online. And when I was younger, I really didn't understand why. Like, why is he always online? Why is he always doing that? And then I grew to understand, okay, he's making more money. But I didn't understand exactly what he was doing. So slowly over the years, I became to get more and more interested. And I started thinking, maybe I can make this work out for myself. So when I was around the age of 11, 12, or 13, I think I was 12. Yeah, I think I was 12. I decided, hey, I'm gonna make my own system. I'm gonna make my own marketing marketing system that helps people become marketing masters. And actually from that, I made the title or the name of Marketing Mastery, because I want people to become marketing masters. And the original training and the original look of the site is completely different from what it is now, which it also has to do with not giving up. I'll get there. But anyways, so when I was around, remember also that if I can do this, now I started this when I was around 12 years old. If I can do this, you can do this. I'm not some elite genius who knows everything. I simply went after it as hard as I could and gave it my all. That's it. Any successful person can tell you that. That's what they did. Anyways, I was actually at a hotel with my mom. I was sitting on the balcony over a pool, and she was away at work. We were in Superior. She was away at work. I forgot what she was doing exactly, but I had to stay. I couldn't go with her, so I had to stay at the hotel. We were there for like a week. I think we were there for a week, and I was just sitting on the chair watching over the balcony, people swimming and stuff. Now I decided, I need to make something that was going to make me a lot of money. I came up with the idea of marketing mastery. I started building momentum. I'm like, well, how can I help people become marketing masters? I started designing this entire system, and I was actually doing it off of my iPod. I had an iPod 3 or 4 or something like that, and I was writing down notes on it of what was going to be inside my system at the age of 12 or 13, whatever it was. So again, I'm going to say, if I can do this, you can do this. So I was working on it. I was writing out all this information. I was gaining motivation. Oh my God, look what I can do. I was thinking about all the money I can make and whatnot, and I was, really getting into it. And so after, of course, we went home, and I didn't completely get into it, start going really hard into it, but I started slowly throughout, I believe it was like 2 or 3 years, developing more and more content for marketing mastery. I started, designing the system, the black and gold color scheme I made. I started designing everything I wanted, all the content, all the training, all the motivation, and I decided I'm gonna put this all together in one huge monster system and combine it. And I had all this drive, all this work. I probably worked over $1,000 on developing this thing. That's all I think about once in a while is marketing mastery. Gotta make marketing mastery into reality. And now here's where I get to the not giving up part too, where you hit walls. So I developed this thing, and I was ready to launch it, or to get it up and running. But the problem was I didn't have a coder. This is one of my big walls I faced. Is we live in Hibbing, Minnesota. There's a population of around 20,000 people, I believe, and I'm at this time when I'm trying to get it coded. I'm around 14, 15, and I don't know anyone who knows how to code. My dad does, but either they're working on something, but he only knows a select few. They're working on something, and I'm working at Walmart too. When I was 14, 15, I was working at Walmart. And I was actually working at Walmart. I didn't tell anyone, but the only purpose I was working at Walmart, the only reason, was to get money for marketing mastery. That's how dedicated I was to marketing mastery. I actually used like 75% of the money I made from marketing mastery to later on fuel marketing mastery, which I'll explain in a moment. But anyways, so I needed a coder, and I couldn't. Where am I going to find a coder at? Kids my age don't do this. Most kids, they have not even worrying about money right now. They're out having fun, partying, doing yada yada. They don't even know what they want to do with their life. Where I decided early on, and I'm glad and thankful I did, that this is the path I'm going to take. And I want to become financially free. And I want this. I'm going to do everything I can to get it no matter what. That's why I'm still here, because I didn't give up. I'll go back to the wall. So I had no coder. So, my dad was looking for me too. He couldn't find one. But eventually, actually at school, I could hardly believe it. There was actually a lifelong friend I've had. His name is Park, that I met, and I've known him since kindergarten. And one day, I don't even remember how it even got brought up, but somehow marketing got brought up and coding got brought up. And Park's like, I know how to code. This is the one kid in my entire school I know that even does it. And he says, I know how to code. Do you need code or anything, John? Because you like market or anything? I'm like, yeah. I didn't understand how he knew I did that. So I was like, yeah. Could you code my site for me? It's called Marketing Mastery, and I told him about it. And I told him, I thought I was gonna make all this money, and I was so excited for it. And I was completely into it. I was giving it my all for this thing. And I told him, that when he got into it, he had to do the same. We're both gonna make this thing work. We're gonna ride it out and grind and get this thing working. And he said, yeah, let's do it. So, he coded Marketing Mastery. I thought I had the most beautiful, so I'll stop and say, I broke through that wall. I didn't give up. At that point, I could have given up easily. Lots of people would have given up at that point. That's why only 95% of the people who work online make any money, or don't make any money. That's why. Only the 5% or less, 5% or less, actually make money online. An even smaller amount of that, I'd say maybe 3 or 2%, make a lot of money online because they're the ones who don't give up. That's the small section of the people who don't give up. That's the section you want to be in. The 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1%. And this is my wall I broke through. I found someone who knew how to code. In Hibbing, Minnesota, of all places, I found someone who knew how to code. Who was a kid my age in school. That also leads to, like I said before, I believe firmly that if you go after something, you will find the answer. Like I said, whether you're looking for trouble, whether you're looking for more happiness, you'll find a tool to use to get there. And boom, I broke through the wall, I found that tool, and I now had a coder. So, I was all excited, and actually, I'll go back to Walmart. I saved up my money, I put it in my bank at Walmart, and I actually spent, I maybe had $750 in there total. I spent $500, and at that time, that was huge money for me. That was a big deal. I spent $500 of my money I earned at Walmart over the course of like 6 months, all on traffic to Marketing Mastery. That's all I spent it on. And, all this, we launched the site. I spent all this money. Park spent some money too, not as much as I did, but I spent like $500, $600. And we spent all this effort, all this mindset, all this work into Marketing Mastery. And you want to know how much money I made? Take a guess. Maybe $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. I thought I had like $900 one-time payments. I had all this content. I had all this thing. And all the content inside of Marketing Mastery I had actually made myself. It's still there. We have in the back office. I made all this content myself. I went online, I researched it, I found it, and I wrote it myself. And we did actually Richard Reber, my dad, he did help us, but most of this was me. And I wasn't even up at this point. And we gave it our all, and we would launch, like I said, not $1,000. Keep going down. I didn't make $500 back. I didn't make what I put into it back. I didn't even make $100 off of what I put into this program. I made a whopping $32. That is why only the top 5% of the people who market make any money. I spent over $500 and all this effort and all this time and all this research to earn a measly $32. That's a big wall. That's a big, huge wall I was facing. Look what's ahead of me. What I saw at the time was nothing. Look at this. I made $32. This is over the period of like 2 years. Or a year and a half. I made $32. Do you see why only the top 5% make it? Most people at this time, 99% of people would quit. 99.9% of people would quit. They'd say, look, I spent all this time, all this money, I didn't get nothing back. I got $32. What can I do with that? Go buy a few pizzas? But I kept going. I will admit, I slowly did decline. My motivation went lower, as you would expect of someone who made $32, and now I also actually I thought market mastery was going to continue to work out. I thought because when I made that investment, the $500 or $600, I actually quit my job at Walmart because I was so dedicated to market mastery. And of course, I still am. But I wanted to work that bad. So now I had no job. At the time, I was around 15, 16, probably 15, and I had no job. I now only had about $250 in my bank, and I spent all the money and made $32. That's it. There's two of us, so that means half it was given to Park. So now where does that leave me? Big wall. But I kept chugging along, I kept sending people to the system. I ended up having like 2,000 people before we relaunched. And I kept sending people. Like I said before, I did decline. And one day, like I said before, I still wanted to succeed. I still want this marketing mastery system to work out. And that's usually what happens in life, is when you're looking for something. There's a tool, someone, or something's going to pop up that's going to help you get there. Something's going to happen. You're going to find it. Like you found marketing mastery, your tool for financial freedom. Which is why we've given you this. We found it works. You're going to find something that works. So, I was, of course, still searching for something. I was trying to redo the system, find something that would work. And Park ended up quitting on me. I ended up having no coder again. And one day, my dad says to me, like he thought, he believed too that marketing mastery could become something really great, and it could help out a lot of people. So I said, Dad, you're right. We should go after it again. And then my dad started coming in big time helping me. We started redoing anything that we could without a coder's help. And finally it became a point where we needed to find our coder. So my dad was able to help me find Nick, the savior. Nick to code the site. So far I broke through two walls. I broke through the first one. I couldn't find the coder. Went through it, found success. Then I found the coder. Worked all that hard. Got the system. Got it all set up. That was gonna be huge. Failed, but I kept going. Now we have Nick. Nick comes in. We design the market mastery system, and we relaunch. Now I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. Explain that I would have given up at any point before this, before finding another coder, before relaunching the site again. I would have never. None of this would exist. You would not be in the marketing mastery system. There probably would be no marketing mastery system. People who have seen money and results from the system would not have seen any of that. The contest would have not happened. None of this would have happened if I would have given up. That's why I'm so adamant and so hard on telling you guys, you cannot give up on this. You have to keep chugging along. And guess what? It's going to take a lot of work. No one said it wasn't. No. We say this is going to be easier than any other system we've used before, and that's true. But it's still going to take a lot of work. Just look at what I had to do, and I found zero success. Now, if you look at the system now, look, it's a wide success. And so, we relaunched the site, and bing, bada, boom. After all that work, if I would have given up before, we wouldn't have this now. But we relaunched, and it worked. Conversion. We were seeing results. You guys got to look right now, whether or not you're whether or not you're hitting the wall right now. You still have to look at it and think, why am I doing this? Why are you marketing online? Why are you a member of Marketing Mastery? Tell me. Do you want to go on vacation? Do you want to live a better and easier life? Do you want to live comfortably? Do you want to become a millionaire? What do you want? That will drive you and help you not give up. After a certain while of doing this too, you kind of build up resilience to giving up. But for those of you who haven't yet, you're going to find that the reasons why, why you want to become a master gardener. The reasons why are going to drive you. And that's my whole spiel is that, if you give up at any time, also, all that work that you would have done, or all the work that I would have done, would have been wasted. I wasted total combined time probably 2 years of my life. 2 years of my life, 2 or 3 years of my life, and at the time, almost all the money I had wasted to nothing. If I would have given up, but I didn't. I kept going. This is where this lesson goes to. You need to learn. I don't want you to have to learn the hard way. I want you to learn the easy way from my experience. You learn from my experience, and you find your success, and you don't give up, and you take exactly what you want. The money that you want to make, you can make it if you don't give up. If you keep driving traffic every single day as much as you can. When I say as much as you can, I mean as much as you can. A lot of you guys don't understand the amount of time I spend setting traffic and working on this system. I've told you guys before, I'll tell you again. When I get home, because I love food, the first thing I do is I make an after-school snack. Then what I do is I mark it. I mark it till around 8 or 9, and then I actually play an hour or two of video games with my brother, because it's something I do with my brother. And then what I do is I go back and mark it, usually around till 11 or 12. So in the average day, say I get off school at 3, go to bed around 12. I'll probably mark it 7 hours, 8 hours. No, wait, 7 hours, 8 hours. Let me count. Let's see, 7. There we go. Probably between 4 and 6 hours I'm marketing. That's while going to school. And before I was going to school, and then I was working at Walmart, and then I was working at Marketing Mastery, before we relaunched. That's what I was doing. So you guys have to understand that this is going to be a lot easier for you guys than any other system. But it's still going to take a lot of hard work. And we can't do everything for you. We're giving you all these tools. We're going to have a big referral contest. We're finding ways to bring conversion up. But it's up to you. There's a saying that goes, my dad uses it a lot, and I love it. There's a saying that goes, if it's to be, it's up to me. If you want to make tons of money off of Marketing Mastery, you can do it, my friend. I implore you, I motivate you, I am happy for you to do it. But you cannot quit when you go after it. So decide. Do you want to make tons of money with Marketing Mastery? Answer, yes. Then what are you going to do? You have to go after it. All you have. Because if you don't and you give up, 1, you wasted all that time. 2, you wasted all that money. 3, you will never know. This is one of the worst things that I actually think is. The worst thing that psychologically messes with me is if I would have given up, I would never have experienced or known what would have happened with Marketing Mastery. I would never known the money I would make. I would never get to experience, the happiness of helping others and helping them make their own money. Never would have. None of this system would exist. None of you would probably be here. Who are listening to this. So don't go learn through your own experience, which you probably have, all the times through life. But don't go learn in the marketing way through your own experience. Learn through my story. And don't learn the hard way, learn the easy way. And all you guys have to do, I'm telling you, all you guys really have to do is 1, support your list. Give your list value. Send a broadcast to your list every single day. No, it doesn't take long. Take 10 minutes to write an email. Whether you're sending them traffic, whether you're sending them valuable information, whether you're sending them this video. Send your list, send your list this video and see what that does. Give them value. And then once you do that, and you've answered any emails you receive in your email, then send as much traffic as you can to your squeeze pages. And that's really all you guys have to do. and you can do that, and you're going to make money. It's that simple. But go through the entire system, get your own entire system set up, send a broadcast to your list, and send chapter 2 squeeze pages, and get value to people. That's all you have to do. You have it a lot simpler than people of who have built from scratch. My dad, me, myself, who's making my master. You guys don't have to go through all the work. I'm telling you. A lot of times people make it a lot harder than it really is, and a lot of you, I think, are doing that. Thinking, oh, it's going to be hard, blah, blah, blah. It's going to take this work. Well, it's because it's going to. It's going to be hard. It's going to take work. But remember, think of why you're doing this. Think of what you're going to get out of working hard. If you quit, you're never going to have what you want in anything. If you have a fitness goal, if you quit, you're not going to have what you want. So I'd much rather fear what I'm not going to have than fear working towards it. So again, I'm just going to reiterate that I want you guys to be working at this as hard as you can, and I'm doing it, so I want to see you guys doing it, because I know if you guys do, you're going to see these results. If you don't give up, you're going to see the results. And we're just getting started, folks. A lot of you guys don't understand that. We're just getting started. The referral contest that's coming up, you guys are going to love me for it. And I do give you my own money. It comes from nowhere else. This is my own cash I'm giving out. And you guys are going to love the next referral contest that's coming up. Let's just say the prizes are a wee bit bigger. And a lot more people can earn. So that's going to build some, we have that going on. That itself is going to drive Market Mastery further. Then we have all these new tools coming in. We just added a new banner to the system. We're going to add more splash pages. We're going to add more squeeze pages to the system. We're going to, make the system look better so that it converts better. We're going to add my training to the system. We have all these changes. We have a new way soon we're going to have for you guys to make more money. I can't tell you exactly about it yet, but you're going to love it. We have all these things that we have lined up for you. And there's going to be more down the line. Remember, I'll use you for an example. If you would have given up with the system, let's just go with 2 months ago, if you've been in here for a while, or a month ago, or 3 weeks ago, you would never be able to experience any of this growth, any of this change, any of these good things that are coming. You would never experience that if you give up. But if you keep going, you see here, like I said before, if you look for something, it's going to come to you. Well, you guys are looking for a successful system to build a large residual income off of. We're giving that to you. We're still working to give it to you. But if you quit, my friend, you're not going to see any of it. And that's why I'm so adamant about that. And that's why I want you guys to succeed and to never quit. I want you to keep going. No matter any walls you hit, you got to keep going, my friend. You're going to see exactly what you want. I've rambled on here for a while. I'm sure you've gotten the information through your head by now. You understand what I'm saying. I hope you guys really take advantage of not having to go through the experience and the pain of having to, design your entire own system and then fail, and need a coder and then fail. Like all you guys have to do is what we tell you to do: send traffic to your squeeze pages, give value to your list, send a broadcast every single day. That's all you gotta do. It's that simple, my friends. And we have lots of changes coming up. You guys are gonna love them. I appreciate you guys' hard work. I'm doing it with you. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm gonna do exactly what I tell everyone else to do. Thank you. And there's gonna be more videos coming up. I'm doing more videos. I promised I would, and I'm doing them. I'm doing more videos, and there's gonna be a lot more that's coming up. So thank you very much for watching. Probably do another video tomorrow. As always, thank you, and have a wonderful evening.